He will be sued, and I say will be because nothing has been filed yet, by at least 120 people in the next 30 days.
Today, just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Courtroom hummed with tension as Shah Diddy CS made his latest appearance. Once a towering figure known for his larger-than-life persona, he now seemed a shadow of his former self. The mogul, who once graced red carpets in tailored suits and diamonds, appeared drastically different. Gone was the confident swagger, replaced by a gaunt frame in a khaki jumpsuit. His hair had turned noticeably gray, and his body had thinned, a stark transformation that even those familiar with celebrity trials couldn't overlook. The change was undeniable, striking everyone in the room.
Incredible. And, it brings into context our whole system of innocent to proven guilty. Why is he not being given bond? And, we could debate that all day long. Of all people that's unlikely to flee or get away, well, he's got the resources to flee, but he's so recognizable. And isn't he innocent till proven guilty? Well, yeah, but, we have to recognize there are degrees of innocent till proven guilty.
Journalists, including Elizabeth Milner, couldn't help but comment on Shah Diddy CS' dramatic transformation. He looks drastically thinner, Milner told reporters, her voice a mix of surprise and pity. You see a man who's clearly been through it these past months. He's unrecognizable compared to the life of luxury he led before his arrest. I've been paying attention. The extravagant lifestyle that had defined Diddy for decades, the yachts, private jets, and lavish parties, felt worlds away from the subdued, weary figure now seated in a federal courtroom, facing the grim possibility of spending his life behind bars. It wasn't just Diddy's appearance that had changed. His demeanor in court spoke volumes. Observers noted moments of defiance as he flashed a smile at his children in the gallery, but those brief glimpses of positivity seemed forced, a thin mask over his growing despair. His legal team, led by Mark Adney Philo and Anthony Rue, sat beside him, scribbling notes and whispering strategies. Yet, the tension on their faces revealed the daunting challenge they faced in trying to secure his freedom.
Legitimate concern, no judge wants to wake up and read the headlines the next day. Oh, they treated this guy special and they gave him bond, and now he's gone and he fled from justice. So that's what's in the back of most judges' minds. On the other hand, we deal with cases where clients have significant funds sometimes. And sometimes where there's money, you can craft a unique solution. Years ago, it was the ankle bracelet and the ankle monitor.
This wasn't just any legal battle. It was a fight for survival. Shah Diddy's CS's troubles intensified after his September arrest, with charges that painted a damning picture, allegations of coercion, misconduct, some sexual attacks, and orchestrated schemes thrust him into a scandal so vast it seemed to expose an entire underbelly of the entertainment industry. Yet, despite the mounting evidence and testimonies, Diddy maintained his innocence. Some called his stance brave, others delusional. However, if he hoped for leniency, the courts showed none. His legal team's repeated attempts to secure bail were denied, with Judge Arun Submanan rejecting every request. The reason? The risk of witness tampering. Prosecutors argued Diddy's wealth and influence posed a threat to the integrity of the trial, citing profit disposal. The judge's decision was unequivocal. Diddy would remain behind bars until his trial in May.
With all the money he has and all the resources he has, they couldn't craft some solution that lets him be under some form of house arrest. And again, it sounds like special treatment, but the truth of the matter is, to incarcerate somebody like him is expensive to all of us. We're taxpayers, and he's got to have unique situations. You can't put him in general population where, everyone wants a piece of him and everyone wants to be his friend and everyone.
The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where Shah Diddy CS has been held since his arrest, stands in stark contrast to the luxury he once enjoyed. Described by former inmates as hell on earth, the facility is infamous for its harsh conditions, including violence, overcrowding, and substandard living arrangements. For someone accustomed to silk sheets and gourmet meals, adjusting to the brutal reality of prison life was undoubtedly a shock. Michael Cohen, a former inmate at the same facility, described it bluntly. Bloody. He's waking up on a steel bed with a 1/2-inch mattress, no pillow, and an 8-inch clean cell that I can assure you is disgusting. Sources close to Diddy revealed that he initially struggled to adapt, particularly with the food. His attorney mentioned that Diddy complained about the bland and unappetizing meals, which often consisted of cereal and fruit for breakfast, followed by unseasoned hamburgers or baked fish for lunch. Dinner wasn't much better, offering options like pasta and lentils, with portions that left much to be desired. As his once robust physique visibly diminished, rumors swirled about how much the stress and harsh conditions were affecting his health and well-being.
Well, Sierra, anything's possible, right? But now this judge has an even harder time, I think, because the past judge locked him up, didn't let him out, and he's still there available for trial. If the new judge lets him out on bond and something goes wrong, and this isn't the analysis that I'm proud to make, right? We shouldn't be saying, well, judges are worried about their own skin and how they look if something bad happens.
Inside the prison walls, Shah Diddy CS still tried to exert control. Whispers began circulating about his attempts to reach individuals connected to his case. Prosecutors claimed he had tried contacting witnesses and victims from behind bars, a move that only strengthened the court's resolve to keep him detained. Although Diddy's legal team vehemently denied these allegations, the rumors painted a troubling picture of a man desperate to cling to a crumbling empire. In court, Diddy's appearances became a study in contrasts. On one hand, he presented a composed public face, occasionally flashing smiles at his children and mouthing words of encouragement to his son during hearings. On the other hand, there were moments of quiet vulnerability when exhaustion and anxiety crept through. Observers noticed how he would slump in his chair as attorneys made their arguments. These glimpses of fragility were a stark reminder that even the most powerful figures are not immune to
everything. They're going to try to transfer him. They're going to try to get him out. In a normal case where it's a high-profile person or a well-funded person, the prosecution and the judge is a little bit more concerned about wrongful prosecution because people that are mad that they're being arrested for a crime they didn't commit can turn around and file for malicious prosecution.
In many ways, Diddy's presence in court became as much about symbolism as it was about his defense. His legal team was keenly aware of the optics, fighting fiercely to allow him to appear without shackles. They argued that shackling him could create juror bias, potentially swaying how the public and jury perceived him. The judge agreed, granting the request, but the larger battle was far from over. With each hearing, the stakes grew higher and the tension in the room intensified. Outside the courtroom, the media continued to dissect every detail of his case, from legal strategies to his interactions with family during hearings. The public's opinion was divided. Some saw Diddy as a man wrongfully accused, a scapegoat in an industry rife with similar scandals. Others viewed him as a symbol of everything wrong with unchecked celebrity power. Social media became a battleground with hashtags and heated debates, keeping his name trending for all the wrong reasons. The spectacle surrounding him seemed to grow as the trial progressed.